1 minute early. I said between 5 and 6. It's 1 minute until 6, so I guess this is fine, right? Welcome back to the stream. So, yesterday we thought actively about doing something to the tactics. I guess I agree. And now we will need to find out how to do things. So, alright, what's the concept? Let's go back to the drawing board. High tempo pressing football. So, we need to press the opponent. This is mandatory. What else is mandatory? Well, high tempo? Okay, great. I guess we can try. So, what happens if we play high tempo football and contain? Something like this. I never tried, so we might as well do it. And just save. Make most of the set pieces? Yeah, great. That'll be a problem. On the other hand, we're trying, right? Play attacking football? No. This will not happen. And play possession football. Apparently the supporters are happy with the possession football, the board isn't. That's interesting. And then, is there anything else? Well, don't know. So possession football is easy. We just shouldn't concede possession. Simple, right? Nobody expects us to do anything with the ball for possession football. Okay, for defensively solid football, yeah. I guess these two can accompany each other. And the high tempo pressing football is absolutely required. So it looks to force opponents into making mistakes. Alright. Okay. So what do we have in the squad? That's not too bad. Reno Dobrak? What? Okay, cool. So, right defenders. We've got a defender that is rubbish at everything, with the exception of physicals. His physicals are alright, right? We can utilize this. Or we might try. That's okay. Central defenders. Are they good at anything? For this league, no. We can... Great. Now the mouse wheel works sort of... Well, for a moment at least. Anyway, the positioning and the physicals in general aren't that horrible. The biggest concern for me is that we do not have decent... Nila Fossell can play defensive winger if we force him to. That would be an idea. Is there anyone in midfield? These are all shit. Malte Ekman is the opposite of a defensive player, I think, or defensive-minded player. So that will not work. He's more of a creative element. Same with Oliver Swan. Nila Fossell, as we just found out, can play defensive winger, so I guess he can do ball-winning midfielder too. Or box-to-box, really. Doesn't matter. Nathan Lowe. I guess as a box-to-box, he would do. Also ball-winning midfielder, apparently. but on support duty most likely, with his decent passing. If we do a defensive setup, pull back the wingers, invert them for defensive winger, leave one player as a shadow striker on the pitch, and with the rest, just do stupid stuff. So, say we do something like this. We can go back to the 4-1-4-1, maybe. Oh, this is wrong, is it? Yeah, of course it is. Fantastic. We had a playmaker back here. So we would need to rotate positions. Well, we'll get it sorted at some point. I am not so sure if I want it this way or this way, for example. I guess this would work. If we put him on Shadow Striker duty, he will not contribute much defensively. That said, we can tell him to close down more and tackle harder or something like this. So another interpretation of the Shadow Striker is certainly viable. And I think Shadow Strikers are they are not entirely opposed to do defensive stuff. Forget about this. Forget about this. I think defensive wingers are instructed to run wide. So we would need to switch those two for to have their stronger feet on the other side. But that should be alright. And well, they'll get used to it. Who cares? They'll learn it at some point. These? No nonsense fullback it is. And now we will do the, well, probably not the most destructive tactic ever, but okay. So we can do very defensive. Retain the ball much more, because we need to. We do play for set pieces. Creative freedom, I don't care that much. We might go with more discipline, but yeah. Our problem is we need higher tempo, because a high tempo pressing football was requested. Welcome back, and you are very welcome to give feedback and to criticize it. So this is what I am going for right now. We might even reduce it a little bit more and do a 4-4-2 or something. I'm not that sure. Maybe Hellberg on support duty here. I'm fine. They was okay-ish. Had a talk with the boss and, well, there's not much to say really, other than going into detail about the work, which I'm not willing to do. So it was okay. I hope your day was good. Anything new with you since yesterday? This is much too constructive for them, is it? So you gotta answer my questions though. you can't ask me how I am and then not answer once I ask you back. Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, in a way, this is a good thing, right? There's people in this world that have it much worse. So let's enjoy it as long as we can. My problem here is the more direct passing. I do not like this. So I really want them to pass it shorter, if we can. And in transition, do not counter. Just regroup. Slow the pace down. Roll the ball out. If we are out of the possession, we will... Do we do a mid block or a low block? Let's do a low block. We will drop off more, but we will get stuck in. And we will trigger the press much more often. This will be very hard on them. But I think, given that we do it in the last half of the pitch, we might as well do something like this. Much higher defensive line and the low block. So this is hardcore. No, we will not do this. I think lower is fine. And then, for every single one of them, less creativity. Basically don't do shit. The playmaker role, I'm not so sure if we want it. I'm trying to switch from defensive with a counter mindset to very defensive and just play destructive football for 90 minutes. And include along the way the club vision. So if you're willing to stick with it, sure. The supporters have more requirements, so I want to base it on this. Okay? Alright. Signing English players. We got that covered. It might save our ass in the end. I don't know. Defensively solid football, this just means we shouldn't concede. And do not give away chances. Given our current predicament, I would say this is hard to achieve. At all, in any formation, and it doesn't matter where the defensive line is. High tempo and possession. Possession is easier to achieve, really. Because nobody says that we have to do anything with the ball. Nobody says we need to score. It just says we need to pass it around, right? So, usually I'd say, okay. Yeah, sure. So, high tempo possession, play for set pieces. For formation, I would have used this, just because I think it's viable for us. We need the defensive wingers to help cover. I'm not decided yet if I want to do a 4-4-1-1, which would still contain one attacking player, the Shadow Striker. I think in this mentality though he's still positive in this mentality. Yeah. But I would still tell him to close down more and so on, right? So we would have one balanced player, one positive player, and the rest of them is rather defensive, I think. Okay. His mentality is balanced, but Obviously, we can put the defensive wingers on defend duty, but I think this will congest it too much, and they need to cover some areas on the pitch, right? Yeah, so the alternative obviously is to go with 2 strikers and play 2 pressing forwards. Yeah, and the rest are from here. So usually I would go with no nonsense center backs, just to throw the ball out. It doesn't matter where it goes. But given the fact that we need to retain possession and that we're really bad at defending, maybe that's not a good idea. You think so? Yeah, well, my experience is as follows. If we put one of these on defend, there will not be much space between Hellberg and Hellstrom, and players will not find a space between them, but they will find spaces in front of them in this kind of formation. So my problem is they will not trigger the press early enough, or they will be too far off to trigger the press. That's at least that's my experience. So in this duty he would be very defensive. On support duty he will be cautious. He's cautious too. I'm not so sure about this role. I think there's other stuff available, right? The match analysis. Or that one. That one. So, and considering the analysis, we do not. No, I don't want to overinterpret this, but we do not try to go here at all. That doesn't matter. The fact that this is red is strictly down to the fact that Oris Talanda has no idea how to play this role on this side. We'll find somebody, or he will learn it at some point. Yeah, exactly. We're trying to do that. This is the goal right now. We're trying to basically park the bus. And I went with the passing to much shorter. So hopefully, given that there is nobody in attacking midfield, most likely, the passing ranges should be really short. So much shorter passing should be available most of the time. And now they only have to do it with a high tempo, which is not great because they are not mentally strong. But on the other hand, the very high tempo might be enough, given their decision making, to have normal passing tempo for this league and pass the ball around and retain possession. Basically, that's the concept. It might work, it might be an utterly bad concept. I don't know. We'll see. And with Per Franson, I think I can do defend duty too. So with the forward in general, right? Dribble less, take no risks. Sure, why not? I'm not sure if this is true. Why would there be a step behind for transition? If they're very defensive minded and pass the ball around and they get intercepted, why would they be a step behind? They will drop off and get back into formation. Or are we talking they get intercepted in? No. With this kind of formation, and wasting time, they usually should try to. It's basically part of the concept in a contain setup, right? In a very defensive setup. They try to pass the ball around back to the defender anyway, or to the goalkeeper. They will do that most of the time. So wasting time complements that. Or am I wrong about that? By the way, the gegenpress style, it's not like I'm opposed to this. This is a good idea, yeah. But that said, this is not far off from gegenpressing. I'm sure we can implement more defensive roles here. That's probably a good idea. So we would need to pull back those, put them on defensive winger duty, get him on a pressing forward duty. Maybe ball winning midfielder here, box to box here, or something like this, and this for an anchorman. On the other hand, is there a playmaker type that does not? I should be aware of this. So defensive midfielder is not a playmaker type. I'm looking for somebody that is more defensive minded. Obviously, on a defend duty, deep line playmaker is more defensive minded. Yeah. That said, he's still instructed to take more risks. No, he isn't. Nah, it's alright, it's alright. I said that. Well, it's been a few seconds. I went on about the fact that wasting time and this kind of very defensive formation should complement each other. And I'm not sure if it is that easy, how you put it. That Kumquat, welcome back. Everything's fine, and I hope everything's fine with you. There's nothing fine with the club though, but now we're doing. Yesterday I called it football for imbeciles, so I guess to put it more nicely, I think this is not a nice way to put it. We will say football for the challenged, going forward. So I'm trying. No disrespect towards the players, by the way. We're trying to contain the league we are in, and we will probably go down, given recent results. This will not go well. We are at 1 whopping point out of 6 games. We don't stand a chance in this league. We do not have any money. If we had any money, transfer window's closed. So yeah, we're trying to park the bus and hit the opponent in the face with a straight foot formation, something like this. So now we're trying to figure out how we can do this in this squad. Best with a very defensive formation and maybe something that's balanced or cautious or I don't know, maybe slightly positive, but more defensive minded overall. Wouldn't we do that? About this one? Or about this one? So this gives away a bit of space in midfield, right? We can also try to block midfield even more, pull back the shadow striker, get basically a 4-1-4-1. We had this, but in entirely different roles. This might work. Seriously, sometimes it's not so much about the formation. You can do different stuff in different formations. It's about how the roles complement each other. I think formation is I wouldn't say it's entirely overrated, but formation is slightly overrated. It's more about the roles. So say Yes. But there's somebody here that will, well... I still think this will work though. I wouldn't be too hung up on the tactics string. You might be right, but Per Franzson will drop back really much. In fact, he might be, most of the time he will be on the pitch behind low. Because his duty is very defensive in this situation, so he will try to help. Whilst the Shadow Striker's duty is positive. So even though this is displayed this way, Franzson will be somewhere around here. Or in, well, probably Ishak, given the role. And just a Shadow Striker will be up front. Some sort of fake poacher. And if the occasion ever occurs, that Shadow Striker might stand a chance to at least take a shot. If not score. But most likely just take a shot. But I'm not happy with the roles. So the defensive wingers, they are not capable to do this, but on the other hand, every foot that hits an opponent's knee is fine. So I guess we will have to deal with yellow and red cards. Let's just take off the Shadow Striker in that situation and do some more containing. And Kumquat, if you feel like this is horrible and this is really, really ugly, you're welcome. This is exactly what we're trying to do. Yeah, it might. So the we can get rid of the drop off more. But don't forget we trigger the press much more often, right? So we drop off, and after they get into the final third, we'll press them relentlessly. That's the idea, at least. And this gets complemented by the rolls here. There are rolls that have a high amount of pressing. This one doesn't do. So all of these press once the defensive line has been, no, the ball passes the defensive line. They don't work for us either, but we don't have the attributes, so in the end we can blame the players. Or you can blame me, whatever. But let's just look at the results here. Given this situation, and a goal difference of -13, and this is with defensive formations as well as a positive play, and we even stood a chance to score sometimes in some games, we need to change something. Also, just to recap this Kumquat, because you weren't around yesterday, at least I don't think so. Look at the match performance and the board's rating for this. We got an A+ rating for one single point. This is what's expected of us. So most of the time we get defeated and we get a C rating by the board. So this is acceptable management to them. We will go down. And supporters' feedback is very similar. Not the 4 goals are a bit much, but otherwise, yeah. Sure, you can always how do I put this? In the end, I have to make the decision, right? That's just because it's me on the screen. But we could do, I don't know, 5 in the back or something like this too. I just don't see that as viable. And we can do this into a gegenpress. What kind of formation would you like? What do you think would work? And by the way, I'm not a big fan of this 2-man partnership in midfield here. I'm not so sure about this. This relies on Franzson dropping back and basically be an attacking midfielder that presses people. So in a weird sense, this is a three-man midfield that doesn't contain low, to me at least. We will need to have a look on the pitch though, how this works. And I'm not opposed to your idea with gegenpressing. Also, this needs to go. So the register role, I think, needs to go entirely. That playmaker stuff, yeah, we have a playmaker, but let me know. I'm trying to figure out if there's a more defensive version of a deploying playmaker. Anchorman is too much in this situation. I did this. You can only do, in my experience, Anchorman suits a formation that has two central midfielders in front of it. The 4-2-3-1. The 4-2-3-1 doesn't work. There is no defensive midfielder instruction here. We would need to fake it. Well, not fake it. We would need to go with tackle harder and so on, specific instructions for the wingers, which is not a bad idea. Might work. And do the rest of them and do more gegenpressing related roles here. So still, you know, present forward here, still on defend duty. Maybe leave one attack duty. Maybe go with a ball winning midfielder here. Oh, yeah. But that's the concept though, right? It's what we do. Yeah, and if we put once we switch these a 4-2-3-1. A 4-2-3-1 is defensively very vulnerable in my experience. This is one of the formations I like to play though. A 4-2-3-1. I guess I can do that. Sure. But we're running circuits. We've been there. So you're trying to argue for something like this in a positive formation, right? Probably not with a register in this situation. Whilst this is a control possession system, I don't know. Something like a segundo volante. And here, so this is a possession-based system, but we still need to press high up on the pitch. Do not overlap that much. I don't think this is viable. We might also do this. We can also do cautious. But sure, balanced. Then passing directness is still short. Do we play it out of defense? Yeah, sure, why not? Work ball into box, okay. Low crosses is okay. Slightly higher tempo is fine. This is all the way we did it. This we will not do. We will roll it out because throwing it out will take too much time. Counter. Forget about countering. We will counter press though. The defensive winger wants the defensive winger stuff. Oh. So you think we will change it and pull them back and stay in a cautious in this kind of formation? I think that's much too aggressive for this league. Okay. So you would put this on cautious, then switch between the two. Well, probably not with an attacking midfielder on attack duty though. Depends a bit on what we have, but I think the Shadow Striker is the most likely choice here. And then, but if we go for a gegenpress, we will not play a mid block, right? So we would do something like this, which leaves us very vulnerable on the counter. And we saw that we have really big problems with that. Also, I guess this is alright. Step up more, probably. Get stuck in. Trigger the press more often. That's a lot of work. Yeah. Or we do it the other way around. We block the game for 90 minutes and hope that we get a point. It's both viable to a degree. I do not like this though. I'm still thinking about pulling back low. Say, so this is not Björklund, this is Eggman normally. Where's Malta Eggman here? Yeah, probably. Fuck this. Let's go with Deep Lying Playmaker and support duty anyway. Just because there's nothing available. Yeah, sometimes. No, we can't. Considering that we tried this with... We did this with the positive formation previously. And it did work to a degree, until they realized that they can just play a long ball. And this happened within one match, basically. Or within each of the matches. Maybe I'm overstating the competence of the football of the AI managers though, or the players really. But they switched to long balls and just overran us, and we gave away good clear-cut chances to their strikers that are just much faster. Central defenders and wingbacks are not capable of getting hold of them. Well, Nogongo would be, if he wouldn't be mentally challenged, I'd say. And Dirk doesn't have the physicals for it. His pace is okay-ish, but there's too much missing. So my thought process is let's pull back everyone and try to defend together. And see if we can waste so much time and still play a high pressing, pass the ball around, do nothing game to frustrate the opponent as much as possible. On the other hand, this will invite long balls towards the target man. So we've got another problem here. In the end, something will probably hurt us. At least this is very different to what we did previously. But I'm not happy with the cautious mentality, to be frank. I think this is too much. I'd rather have them behind the ball and don't care about scoring. We were on defensive previously. I want to do the extreme. And with this, I think we committed too much to trying to score. So I think a more cautious approach in this situation would be fine from the start. This is a weird kind of setup. We're trying to do some positive stuff in a cautious formation. We might even... So this is the base mentality, right? Base mentality says it's basically what influences their individual mentalities. So they are on a positive mentality now, same as he is probably. No, he's balanced. If I put this on balance, Ngongo will be positive. Probably. Oh, menu's broken again. Here we go. Now he's positive. So, if I pull this back to defensive, given his position on the pitch, he will consider himself to be balanced even though he's on attack duty. And Dirk will be cautious. Yeah. Because he's on support duty. This is completely different to the positive mentality, where Dirk considers himself to be a positive-minded player. And in the offense, they will... so given that defensive is a more structured approach, all of these will be more defensive-minded, because they are in defensive midfield or behind, whilst those will not work that much in defense. They will be more offensive-minded. It's balanced here. This one should be attacking. Ah, it's positive, okay. This is down to the team mentality, so he will probably be positive too, yeah. Might, yeah. So, say we put this on very defensive. They are still positive. So, not a change. We might also go attacking, by the way. I like an attacking mentality overall as a... That's me, Chris. I like attacking football. Seriously. I do. But with these players in this league, that's a Hail Mary, basically. We might as well do overload. Who cares? And for him to be very defensive, that's totally fine. In this formation, though, I don't think so. So, this is still very defensive. I think that's too much. That's overdoing it. Now he's positive. Great. Alright, so let's keep him on very defensive and see where it goes. I'm not so sure about the Shadow Striker though. So, what's I like a 4-2-3-1? The attacking midfielder in general. We might go with an attacking midfielder that drops off a bit more. Something like this. That's not an instruction. That's the opposite of an instruction though. So, a box standard attacking midfielder that takes a long shot from time to time and plays a safety pass, basically. So, fewer risks, shoot less often, I don't know. Dribble less, shoot less often, cross less often. There's no closing down more. So, okay, cool, yeah, this doesn't fit low. But, so, something like this. An attacking midfielder that is not an attacking midfielder. Is there somebody that I can remember that did this or does this? There's a German footballer that did this like 30 years ago. Played in attacking midfield, never contributed much other than defending well. Was it Ballack that played like this? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would need to look this up. From the scores, I cannot determine if Mika Ballack is the one I remembered. It's probably unfair to him. He scored like every second game in German league games, so don't know. But I think we had one player in the German national team like 20 or 30 years ago. It feels like this at least. That basically did nothing but defending. And that much higher is a bit much, I think. I'm not so sure with the midfield press or the press up high on the pitch. If we press them really high on the pitch, we will face a lot of long balls. That's something that we determined previously. And to go with less countering and slowing the pace down and so on and so forth, yeah, sure, we can do that. Also in this formation. But this with much higher, with much more triggering the press will tire them out. A lot. So they will be tired near the end of the game and we will not be able to rotate this. Next game is against Gefle though. So let's try to play the Abomination. And would you be so kind to provide your concept if we don't have it on the screen yet? So you thought about something like this, right? With balanced. I hope cautious is okay with you. We'll try to do that. And if cautious is well, not aggressive enough, I guess, we might as well go with balanced. But I don't think there's much of a difference. We will still try to play the ball, whatever. We will try to play the ball out of defense just in the cautious mentality. So Gefle is an opponent that's more beatable, I guess, but or it should be. We don't know too much about them. Or do we? Sure, we can. But 4-4-2 has one blatant vulnerability. And that is the fact that in midfield there's only 2 players. So I want to put this in perspective. The most dangerous room, at least according to Pep Guardiola, are the half spaces. Because half spaces are, for the creative-minded players, they are an opportunity to play a dangerous penetrating pass. So the last pass before a striker gets into position, or another midfielder. And half spaces are hard to defend, because somebody might cut inside from the wing. And they will not collide necessarily with the defensive midfielders, because there's some area here, these spaces. If there is no defensive midfielder and just 2 central midfielders, this space is deserted usually. This is the history of football at this point. This is why attacking midfielders got included into the game, and this is why a defensive midfielder, some sort of anchorman, got included. So this is where the 4-2-3-1 comes from, because that attacking midfielder here was roaming between midfield against a 4-4-2 and his striker or his strikers. And the same way, the defensive midfielder got included to cover the attacking midfielder here. Yeah, but you're talking different squad now. Don't forget that we don't have that in this squad. We have... Look at this. He can't play inverted wing back. He's not capable to do it. Dirk, neither. And we have the problems with the defensive wingers already. So we can play Telander here and tell him to play defensive winger on the wrong side. Same with Puget. That's probably not a bad idea to leave them where they are. So even though defensive winger says run wide with the ball and this is on his weak foot, I don't care. Also, he crosses more often for some reason, which should definitely go to low crossing. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so Hellstrom is banned. We've got 7 days. This is the new regular training with a lot of match preparation and a bit of outfield training. The star player. If anybody ever asks what Football Manager is about, I will tell them it's about the stories. I will not forget Puget anytime soon. This is one of the sad stories. To me at least. The star player. Okay, I will still clear this. And I will put this on deep line playmaker on support duty. Same as here. Do we have an attacking midfielder? Alright, let's see. Anton Ishak. There is no deep lying forward anymore. So pressing forward on defend duty it is for him. Well, that's not too bad. He's basically capable to do that. So why not use it? No, no, no. Well, yeah, why not? But let's put them on put it on defend anyway. Okay, that includes basically everything what we... Yeah. Cool. Per Franson is wanted by another club. His strongest role right now apparently is an inverted winger. I don't necessarily agree. He can do pressing forward, so why not train it? It's defend duty in both, right? Might change though. And in this formation, say we put the attacking midfielder on support duty. There's nobody in the box. In a 4-4-2 for us, we don't have a target man. That would work with Ishak Holmstrom in the squad. But there's nobody available that is able to force mistakes there. It's not like I'm opposed to the idea, but I don't think this is viable in this squad. Not in the situation we are in. One league below, yeah, that might work. With a little bit of adaptations to the squad. On the other hand, pounding the ball into the box all the time is not what club philosophy is about. And I try to adhere to that. Otherwise, maybe I would just play, I don't know, Poacher probably. No, I don't like poachers. But advanced forward or something like this. I really like attacking football, usually. Goalkeeper wise, I think defensive is fine though. And what would you have last? Did we have last game? Where is it? In the last match, we conceded 4 goals. So I think the keeper has lost his right to be in goal. And Sederberg can make an appearance, just to make him happy a little bit. Also, let's set this as primarily trained tactic. Do we have somebody that wants to play in attacking midfield? Per Franson will not. Dylan Morgan might. So he might do attacking midfield on support duty, and he might do shadow striker. I'm fine with both. That said, he's more of a winger. But as a defensive winger, he's not really suited, right? Okay, new role for you, sir. Nah. Let's keep him where he is. So, thought process here is I wouldn't use him anyway. Yeah, if you say so. Maybe. We still need somebody in the other role here. So this didn't change. And we've got 2 attacking midfielders on support duty. We know where this will end. One of the youngsters will play it. Voltson can do attacking midfielder on support duty. Quite nicely, actually. Yeah, he's not that great with it, but that's okay for him. On the other hand, he can also do pressing forward on defend duty. So why not do that? He winds up opponents, so that might be suited. Maybe. I will be convinced once he does. Puget can do defensive winger on the left side. That's part of it anyway, okay. He will be really happy to drain defensive positioning. It's one of his weak spots. Ostrom is not... Well, he's an attacking midfielder. Sure. Let him train attacking midfielder all of a sudden. Oliver Swan is still considered a Metzala that doesn't exist anymore. Either Oliver Swan does the attacking midfielder or he does the deep line playmaker. What's it? That's one too much. So there's DLP here anyway. Oliver Swan is not a defensive minded player. I do not think that this is viable. So Oliver Swan will go into attacking midfield. He's more of a shadow striker though. He runs with the ball through center and stuff. This is why I wanted to go with shadow striker. So forget about this. Yeah, I'm doing it all over again. Your focus on Poguet will be... It will pay off at some point. Someday. Not today, though. And I will put him on support duty. He's better at it. And the Shadow Striker is the only goal-scoring threat. Tillander here. Do not cross. For the Shredder Striker to shoot more often is a bit much. For him to dribble less is fine, that's okay. DLP, well, I guess Malte Ekman can play his core position after all. Because all of a sudden we've got a deep line playmaker. Okay. I do not think we will use Nila for... Well, in fact, Nila Farcel replaces the requirement on the right wing. If we want to have it that way. But then we need a ball-winning midfielder. So I guess Nila Farcel will try to play ball-winning midfielder for now. Like this. And all the shooting requirements suddenly are gone. Okay. Is there anybody that is well suited to play no-nonsense fullback? Sure. I guess. All of them actually. So, say we put them all on no-nonsense. Well, he's a no-nonsense fullback anyway. If he's strong at anything. No, you're definitely overdoing it, man. Definitely. There's no problems here. And Comte. I think Comte is more of a no-nonsense fullback anyway, is he? Yeah. They'll get used to it. I remember Ancelotti not being that long with certain clubs, so I wouldn't want to be sure about that statement. So they play a balanced style in a 4-2-3-1. And they try to control possession. Sure. So our tactic is to frustrate them and give them possession where it doesn't matter. And don't do much at all with the ball. I do not think that Puget will be sold anytime soon. If I can, though, I might go for it. That mouse wheel. I found an instruction on YouTube how to fix a mouse wheel. Maybe I'm gonna pull apart this mouse. But it might take me an hour or two. I don't know. There might be some wires inside that are attached. I might break it for good. So I'm not too excited by the prospect. But I think I have an idea what's the problem with the mouse. At least after I watched the video. So maybe I can fix that. Not yet, but maybe it wants chocolate. Chocolate is good for mouses too, right? I'm sure they like it. Come on. I do not think it works. Alright. Smilovich, general character had a positive effect lately. That is great, he's still balanced though. He has gained match experience at a higher level than before. This might just increase his skill level. But that match experience at a higher level is important. Now he only has to get it somewhere in training. He will, over time. Franson. Mentoring unit's general character had a positive effect. He's pro. What mentoring unit is he in the Strikers? Yeah, he's in here. So he had an influence of Marcus Wolfson. Scroll wheel doesn't work any better right now. Sorry, man. So with Franson, I'm more or less happy. He needs more playing time and match experience. Great. Didn't he? He played 5 games. He needs to play better. And there's Svensson's training report. Stefan Svensson, we absolutely have no idea what to do with you. Not yet, anyway. That's sad. As a no-nonsense fullback, he's not far off. Physical side is a bit concerning overall. But he's tall. He's got decent positioning, decent strength, decent anticipation. The technical side could improve a little bit. So what is it we're trying to do here? He can start to learn no-nonsense fullback in case we need one. Why not? And his personality declined. Well, he's professional. Still, it's expected. I know. That's a youth player. Nom. Oh, damn it. I forgot about... I forgot to configure the rewards again. I wanted to do that prior to the stream. Well, at least I included that stuff here. Yeah, this is available now. Should work. We will find out at some point. Mm. So, if anybody wants their name on the screen for the next 5 years, just cheer for 1 cent. This is me begging for money. You're welcome. Anyway, I don't even know. You need those bits for it, right? You can earn those otherwise. I don't know how it works. At least that's what I read. I never used that myself. But yeah, if we ever score a goal, you're very welcome to cheer. This doesn't have an effect though. Or if it does, I don't know what it does. Maybe once we sell Puget to Real Madrid. I will play him as a striker. This is a way to motivate me to do really weird stuff. But I was more thinking about there's channel points here, right? You probably have like 5 million at this point, given the amount of time you spend here. But there's stuff you can do with channel points. And I think in the rewards section there's something like highlight chat and force me to drink a glass of water or something like this. I don't know. I had it put on a. I think I opened a notepad on my phone and determined some kind of interactions that would be nice for the stream. I also thought about renaming players and so on for subscriptions or something like this. On the other hand, so if I think back to Battle Brothers and Filthy Robot, in Battle Brothers to rename the brothers, that's a nice idea. In Football Manager, do you really want to have a player that's named Explosive Birthday Cake? It's not about the nick, or it's a matter of principle to me. To a degree, this feels weird, and like I don't know, like selling out to a degree. So I'm not sure what to think of it. On the other hand, that would include the watchers into the stream, so I guess that's a positive. I guess you'll tell me, by the way. What would be? Yeah. So, here's the thing, though. Channel rewards. Channel points are something that accumulates rather fast. So, there's not that many player changes in this game. Say we exploit this mercilessly, right? Then some players, some nick. This is a nickname at Football Manager, right? Let's just do it to all of. Nah, I'll do it to Puge. All right. We can get rid of the nickname, can't we? Yeah, but 10k. How much is 10k points? 5 hours or something like this. How much do you get per hour? I think somebody told me recently. I have no experience with this. But my thought process is, if we do this for everybody that gets to 10k points, then we will have a squad full of players that are named by channel members all of a sudden. And sure, they've been watching for a while. 1k per hour. Yeah, okay. So this is 10 hours. Yeah. I guess I could do that, yes. I guess. I would prefer stuff that doesn't last permanently in the game. And I'm not sure if this distracts too much from the game. There's other games like Battle Brothers where it feels more suited, if that makes any sense. Because in Battle Brothers you don't care about the names. I don't know if you ever played this or in any, yeah. I'll just bump Filthy Robot here. So Filthy did so much Battle Brothers stuff, and he renamed the brothers, which is just the characters in this game, to his subscribers' names. So he had a list, and for every subscriber, he did rename a brother down the list. But in Battle Brothers, you can give them a second nick, and in the second nick, he included the role. So this is like a frontliner, or I don't know, archer, or something like this, or hybrid, or whatever the role is in the company of that particular save. And in Battle Brothers, the brothers die. Quite a lot, actually. So there's a certain fluctuation, and due to this, you can always rename one after you need a new one, right? In Football Manager, the players don't die. At least not that I'm aware of. So this fluctuation doesn't exist. And so we can rename them, but we will have 5 exploding birthday cakes pretty soon, and nothing else. Or maybe 2 or 3 others, and then the squad's full. And once I get a new player in, yeah, we will have 1 other name. So this doesn't feel viable, if that makes sense. Conceptually, it doesn't feel viable. I'll happily rename the backroom staff, for example. That's much more viable to me. Yeah, but this is the reality. So there's a perfect time slot to say, if you watch this later on YouTube, please come over to Twitch, we're lonely. So, yeah, keep us company. Also, was it yesterday that I mentioned Sore Loser specifically on game? Yeah, on stream? Because he's been commenting on YouTube, but I know for sure that he didn't watch the second video. Google Analytics. No, YouTube Analytics, whatever. It's YouTube Analytics, not Google Analytics. So now I should probably tag him on YouTube and tell him that he was mentioned in the stream and he needs to watch it to find out what we said about him. That should be a good idea, right? This is a way to increase viewership. Just force your viewers immediately to watch your stuff by mentioning them live on the internet. I got this figured out already. Seriously. The easy money, I think, so I'm generally speaking, I'm somewhat of a money-focused person, because I like efficiency and stuff. It's not so much about the money for me. I don't know what to do with money, to be perfectly honest. I guess I could spend it on new hardware, but Is it Ebenezer Max Scrooge, I think? I do not want to spend money, I just want to hoard it. I'm a dragon, basically. That's not fair. Dragons are nice. Anyway, so with money, where did I want to go? Yeah. To me, money is not so much about being able to buy stuff. To me, it is more like, oh, this is a viable business model and this works and this is efficient and this is cool and we are all having fun and along the way we can get this or that. So this is how it works in my head, at least for now. And one thing that always comes to mind is Critical Role's everlasting ads on their stream for Tillander wants a new contract? What the fuck? Why? Okay, we will deal with this in a second. I will finish the other point first. So, on Critical Role's channel, there's always the mention that you can get a free subscription that comes with Amazon Prime or something like this. I don't even have Prime. So, because I don't want to spend money, and well, Prime I don't use I don't use Amazon that much. In fact, I probably do, but not enough to have a Prime subscription. Yeah, that's easy money to me. This is why I was telling it, because there's so many people that spend that money on the Prime the Prime stuff and don't use that subscription on Twitch. So it's easy money for if you use it, and it's easy money for Twitch in particular, or for Amazon. If it's not used, that is. Also, as an affiliate, you only get 50%. What's happening to the camera? Okay. As an affiliate, you get 50%. So, yeah, easy money for Amazon or for Twitch. Not so much for the streamer. It doesn't take long until you realize that the streamer usually doesn't gain that much other than from donations. And donations aren't that frequent, so, yeah. Tillander. Wanna give him a new contract? This is about money again, though. We need a poll. Okay. I need a pen and a paper. Because this is me. We need some sort of polling software. For given August Tillander a contract. And we will do the polling with channel points. That would be a nice idea, would it? I can't be the first person in this world that did this idea. But there's so many decisions in this game. And then, I know. I've never seen it though. I've seen mentions of something like this. So, given that there's 2 viewers. The second viewer might just be me, myself. Or the second viewer is one of these nicks that I don't know about. So, in case any of you is not a bot and wants to contribute to the stream, please let me know if you think August Tillander needs a new contract. I guess I get a voice from Explosive Birthday Cake. He is on a 210 euros per week contract right now. Do we want to extend that, or do we want to make him unhappy? We don't have any money, by the way. In fact, we're broke. Very broke. There's a big chance that the second viewer is me, myself. So... this might not go well. Dear second viewer, please contribute. If you exist, that is. Cool. Then it's probably me and I have to decide for myself. My decision is, we will try, and if he's too expensive, he can go. Beep himself. This is not family friendly at all. He wants a wage between 625 and 825. He must have had, I don't know, 5 bars of chocolate or something. There's obviously too much sugar in his head. Or maybe he took even... You know what? I know somebody who's just right for this. I will give a call to Hugo Bergman, if you can remember Hugo Bergman. And Hugo Bergman can come along with one of these nice snowballs that comes with rocks in it. And then we can resolve the matter that way. So we'll go away and plan our next steps. And the next steps will be offer a new contract. As an important player, I would argue regular starter. What's he doing right now? Right now he's agreed to be a regular starter. I do not see him as a... Oh. Sure, now we have a promise. Alright, he wants to be important player, cool. And this is 700 euros per week and he can go fork himself. No, I'm not gonna do this. Never, ever. Ever. This is too much money, we cannot afford this. His unhappiness increased? Cool. If anyone wants to have him, you're very welcome. That's the Tillander story. It might find an abrupt end. There's nobody available to play in this position right now. 0 people in this squad know how to play there. Could a heavy defeat be on the cards? I don't know. When did we ever get a heavy defeat? Trollhättan lost 5 out of 5. This will be the game that decides it. It's a game about... I will look it up later on. I think there might be a difference between... there might or there might not be a difference for prize money for 15th spot and 16th spot in the league. So, given that Trollhättan as well as us go down at the end of the season, most likely, it's about the money. So the match against Trollhättan will probably decide who goes down as number 16 and who goes down as number 15. A reaction. Yeah, we weren't good enough. Pfft. I think I'm happy with Dirk. Sure, he could be better, But considering the rest of the squad, I think we are fine. We could also try to do the renaming stuff with the backroom stuff first. I realized that it's not that obvious. No, not that not something that's that much visible. So, but I'd rather be cautious about it. Oh, fucking mouse wheel. On the other hand, why not use what we have? And once somebody watched like 10 hours of the stream, they probably deserve it to rename a player. So. Call Pontus Holmberg. I don't care. Go away. It is? Seriously? That's a big compliment. Thank you very much. Yeah, in your case, it's obvious. You, I don't know. You probably have like 20,000 channel points since I started to be affiliate. So, yeah. I'm not even aware how many hours I streamed since it switched. So, but you probably got like 90% of it. Thank you. Seriously, honestly, thank you. But that differs from person to person, I think. So, in German there's a word, relativieren. I'm certainly prone to this. I always try to think about things from different perspectives, and there's mutiny, is it? Seriously? Where's dynamics? Oh. Ah. Great. This is just what we needed. Yet another situation like this. Now we'll resolve it as usual. I will try to get rid of him. Alright, we play Gefle. August Talander will still play. I don't care. He can have his time on the pitch. We need a replacement for the goalkeeper. Is there anybody that trained well? Ngongo, he's on the pitch. Swan is on the pitch. Goodwin will be on the bench. Eriksson will be on the bench. Eriksson, where's Goodwin? Yeah. Feels like my old job. No, that's not fair. Seriously, it's not fair towards my old employer. My old employer had some very good sides, too. But Club Finance looks fantastic. Only 50k in the red. For a software company, this would be nothing. Not mentioning anyone I currently or previously was employed at. Also wouldn't fit in the description. I've never been in one of these really big growth stocks. So but I had to look up some of this stuff today at work. Let's put it that way. At least I thought about this kind of stuff, and it's quite astounding what kind of business model can attract investors money, and in the end, this business model is not long-term viable. They never make a profit. It's just a waste of investors' money. Well, depending on how you define waste. Ngongo is not on the pitch, so I guess Ngongo will need to play. Forget about it, let Anderson play. Why not? Dirk and Kont, okay. We'll give Dirk some time on the bench. And then I think Nathan Lowe needs some spot on the bench. Volan, Bradford, I don't care. That's all not that important. Wolfson could use a spot on the bench. And probably Dylan Morgan. Because I want to. Per Frenson can play some other time. They are utterly incapable to play this. We are playing a very defensive formation. Yeah. Yeah, but it all depends on the idea, and the profitability sometimes never gets achieved, right? There's this, how do I put this? There's a very loaded word that means very different things to very different people, and this word to me is growth. I can talk about this for half an hour. So if you want to forget about Football Manager, I will certainly do it. But growth means very different things to different people. For example, the growth mindset is said to be a positive thing. In let's say in personnel development, right? That you want to improve every day and that stuff. This is called the growth mindset. It's a rough approximation of what the idea is about. But anyway, this is part of the growth mindset. In investing, growth is something very different. In investing, growth is expensive. And expensive is bad. So, yeah. I will not do anything specific. Ishak will play, by the way. This is perfect. This is fantastic. Some people like the trigger press much more often approach. And apparently, Gisla and Ngongo with a passing of 6 thinks that much shorter passing is a good match. We should have done that all the way. Given that Ngongo is happy now. Also, Malte Ekman will not be unhappy because he will not play as a Regista anymore. Ishak starting is a terrible call. I agree. That's why we do it. This season has been horrible all the time, so whatever. That was too much. Also, poor Antoine Pouget is unsure. Alright. This is an away game. Let's see if this is better or worse. This is the very defensive formation, and Smilovic took the long ball. The very long ball immediately. So let's instruct him to play out of defense. And patiently work the ball into the box, because I don't like what I saw. Ekman towards Ishak, not offside. Not an offside. That's red. That's a straight red. It's a straight red. 1 minute into the game. What do we do? I guess we need to win at some point. Pugue's corner. And Blažević. I'll stick to it and see what happens. Kluzika. I don't know how this is pronounced, by the way. So sorry for butchering the name of whoever that is. Also, this is fantastic with the text here. I need to change this. So maybe we'll go to the top. But on the top there's usually text by, well, for the rest of the game. So don't know what to do about it. Well done, that tackle. Not well intercepted by Hagedal. There it is. Ishak, Tillander, August Tillander. Running with the ball. Anderson, Ekman, Miller-Fossel. A shot. We had a shot. Alberg, Kluzika. I will probably find a third way to pronounce this. And we faced a long shot. Blocked by Hagedal. Our team or theirs? Because so far we are 11 minutes into the game and nothing happened, so I guess this is a positive. They are one man down though. Yeah, well. Zetterberg. You jinxed it. It's your fault. Oh, what a stupid way to concede. A set piece, again. Let's see where this goes. Smilovic on a yellow. Lidberg. Intercepted by Swan, and then cleared by Kunt. It's Kunt. Grinic. Bachmann. Grinic. Lindahl. Vichne. Last-ditch effort by Smalovic. I think we are 10 men. We are 11 men. They are 10. So things will be a bit different this time. And we will definitely tell him to ease off tackles. Contrary to general instructions. And try to play constructive football. For a change. Which results in Malte Ekman losing the ball. Immediately. Sederberg's goalkeeping is interesting today. We got the possession though. 51 now. Encourage the team a little bit. I think Edward Sederberg might have been taught that move by Mr. Westberg. Remember, this is the second time this season that this happens. So, yeah. Sederberg learned how to dive under the ball in a corner situation. So now we've got a decent mountain to climb. I could go Ekman again. For Sill. Swan. Oliver Swan. One goal by Oliver Swan. That's the first one this season. Second goal of the season for this team, by the way. The other one was scored by Wolfson, if I'm not mistaken. But that run by Nida Forssell. And a cross on his weak foot. And Oliver Swan is not a natural header. This is definitely like a circus. To come back here, maybe. Let's encourage him once more. This was a highly unlikely occasion. Tillander. Okay, there's nobody there. No. What a choice for a pass. Anderson shouldn't have a problem running for that. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking, you can't be that slow. Ekman, Oliver Swan. Tillander. Was an interesting choice for a pass by Oliver Swan. Ishak. Patient possession pass. Comte. Pouget. So close. So close to the cheering. It's been a great game so far. Yeah, not for us though. I'll just try to encourage him. That works, by the way. At least if you play the green game, that works. We can pull Anderson off the pitch. Put Ngongo on. Ekman, Smilovic, over. Kulvika goes the third way to the triangle. Eriksson. That's over. That's definitely over. So, this is an away game. I will go. Demand more. See? Demand more was frustrating to them. So that didn't work. Lidberg over. They still get more chances than we do. I will go positive. Fuck this. They are used to that mentality, so maybe it works. And let's do some additional changes. Ngongo knows how to play this role. Good win for Smilovic because I don't like the yellow card. The fewer risks is fine. And we will do the old stuff here. Wait. Wait for what? They are one man down. Yeah, sure. There it is. So, they've got two wingbacks and no-nonsense center back, a central defender, ball-winning midfielder, defensive midfielder, a winger, an inverted winger, and a target forward. And the setup, the shadow striker should find spaces here. The inverted wingers should find some spaces there, and there's definitely space for overlap. So the inverted wingers might run into cul-de-sacs, but for the wingbacks, that they should have some space to exploit. Also, the ball-winning midfielder is on a yellow card. Yeah. Claim them. There's a similar argument can be made about Vignedo. Right? He's got tackling 7. And Buckman, he's got tackling 4 to 6. Okay, he doesn't belong there, yeah. So middle is the way to go. You're right. Nila Forsell on a yellow now. That was easy to intercept. Can Ishak get the ball somewhere else? Yeah, towards Oliver Swan probably. That's a goal, but it's slightly offside. Slightly. So, no cheering. Look at it! by a minor landslide. Yeah, okay. Wow. That was close. By the way, Ishak is injured. I don't know when this happened. But let's get Wolsund on. And for Nila Forsell we need a replacement. And now things are getting tricky. I guess Dirk will do it. He played there at some point. So Dirk will do it. This will work, I'm sure. I'm not so sure about playing through the middle though. But we'll try. Well, if you want to get rid of an additional cent, I am willing to agree with you. Swan, Tillander, Olsson. They're trying. Puget is not far off. Did I encourage them? I did. Tillander doesn't care though. August Tillander. No chance this time. Will I? That's over. Ngongo. Ekman. Woldsund. Dirk. Swan. Woldsund. I saw that one in the back of the net. We've got 15 minutes to go. I'm inclined to go with overload. I want to have a point. Woldsund, Dirk, Hagedal. Dirk, Hagedal. Do they still waste time? No, they never did. Dirk, not in this formation anyway. Puget. Puget. Kont. Hansemon. Backman. Kont. Won the ball, loses the ball. Hansemon again. Rely. That should be really easy to intercept, but they didn't. Instead, we face a shot. Dirk, Woldsund, Malte Ekman, Oliver Swan, Ngongo, Tillander, Ngongo, Ekman. Second goal of the game. Well, 11 against 10, but still second goal of the game. We've got it. Can we encourage them to do some more? Please. And this was Malte Ekman's long shots usually are that far off for his level of long shots. So I'm very happy to see that. Now we need to go for Pugedo. Hagedal loses the ball after winning it. Good win. Well done. Ekman. Puget. Woldsund. Ekman. Oliver Swan. Ngongo. Ngongo. And Greenwich. Ngongo again. Cross by Ngongo. Woldsund. Not far off. Dirk on a yellow now. I guess that's expected. He's a ball winning midfielder. Let him play like this. So, I don't want to pull Puget for obvious reasons. So, I guess Nathan Lowe will make an appearance for Oliver Swan. He's got a good game though. I'll play Dylan Morgan for Tillander. Let him know that he's not that important. And yes, Dylan Morgan is a right-footed player. I will still play him as an inverted winger. We'll try. Swan. Ngongo. Loses the ball. Wins the ball. Good win. Not a bad idea. But not a good one either. Can we fire them up? We will encourage them. Demand more is too hard. This is an away game. Puge. Ngongo. Ngongo again. Ekman. Ngongo. Wait. There's 4.5 minutes to go. I think it's a bit late for the waiting. We could do shoot on side now. On the left, so the left center back. Their left center back, this is on our right side. Their left center, yeah, okay. So this is about Drinich here. He's exhausted. And overlap on our left and their right side, right? Because he's exhausted too, and also on the yellow. That makes sense. And forget about playing through the middle, necessarily. Because they changed it. Ngongo, Ekman, Dirk. I guess we saw that coming. Morgan. Goodwin hits the bar. That would have been the occasion for the youngster. Wilson is injured. 20 seconds to go and Wilson is injured. Seriously? They are both outside. Wilhne. Hagedal, Puget, Comte. Hagedal, Comte. Puget. Ekman. There's no striker up front. Dirk. Yeah. That will not do it. As I said, no striker up front. That's it. Second point of the season. I guess I can call this a success these days. We got a second point. Also, they were much better. And they had one man less on the pitch. So, not sure what to do about that. But we won. A point we won. So, let's take it as a positive. Puget will never score a goal this season. We are straight 15th spot. And Troll hadn't lost again. So, that's a plus. How did they lose, by the way? 1-0. Well. Your feeling might be right. It will be against Kalmar, though. Home game. I have accepted this transfer bid on behalf of the management due to the player. Yeah, he's on an unwanted list. Sure. Ishak has a twisted knee. Press conference. What's the problem? We drew. Nila Forsell is fantastic. That goal by Malte Ekman was good. Can we offer some insight on why we set up the... Well... Malte Ekman is not in a completely new position. I'm not sure what they're talking about. He's in a new role. It's his core role. Just imagine for a second, Mr. Sederberg not diving under that ball. Oh yeah, we will face them next time. Great. And if I look at this, this tells me that defensive and parking the bus probably won't work with that jumping reach. So I guess gegenpress it is. We didn't change that much. Injured, suspended, suspended. Great. This is fantastic. How do they rate that match? It's rated A+. It's seriously rated A+ because we got a point. And we dominated possession. Yeah, we did. Okay. Club finances look even worse though. You deserve a raise? You deserve a raise. What are you paid in? I hope it's an emotional dividend, because otherwise I'm broke. Let me have a look. I will have a look right now. The revenue report on Twitch says that for watching ad breaks, which I know for a fact that you don't do, so you don't get it. You didn't suffer through it. One of the other watchers did. So, or multiple of the other watchers. So whoever watched this stream, in addition to Explosive Birthday Cake, is responsible for a whopping earnings report of 4 cents since I'm an affiliate. So, seen from that perspective, I think you deserve a raise. Maybe you will get a quarter of a cent or something. That's what I'm willing to share. And the rest of it, we will put it straight into the electricity bill. You don't have to do that. On the other hand, if you do at least for once, you might tell us what the ad was about. Because I'm really interested in what kind of ads they show on Football Manager. On this kind of stream. I'm a random guy that is not... I don't know. I don't think this covers a specific topic. Seriously? I will go and see if all the windows are closed. It's getting dark outside. So, this is what we will do. Okay. People are joining for the ad. We will run an ad now. And I will look through the rest of the apartment if the windows are closed. Because my better half is not home yet. Alright. Minor break. You called it. And if you watch this later on YouTube, it's not my fault. I'm sorry about this. YouTube has its own ads. And they will probably not show. Anyway. Be right back. Have fun with the ad. And tell me all about it later on. Because I can't watch it. Hello? Alright. I didn't notice what happened, but apparently the add button runs an everlasting circle. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Or is it still trying to run an ad? Great. I broke my own stream by playing an ad. This is fantastic. Okay. Apparently it has finished. So, did you watch anything? What was it about? Or if you didn't, please let me know that the stream's still running. I'm kinda confused. I had to reload the page. Well, next match is against Kalmar. That's not fair. I was seriously considering if it still works. But I like your humor. Thanks. Thank you very much. By the way, the ad break missed the somebody getting home by like a minute. So I will do it right now. I will go outside, give her a hug, and come back and join you. And then we'll do the monthly staff meeting, which I hate. Be right back. Well, that was worth it. Alright. So, staff meeting. Yeah, we will not go through this. I know I said. Forget about what I said yesterday. We will not do this. They don't know what they talk about anyway. But seriously, so was there an ad and what was it about? I'm genuinely interested. I just want to know what they play here. What kind of advertisement is suited for my Football Manager stream? Hopefully it wasn't the Manscaped ad. Because I'm not one to shave well. Or cut my hair well, or whatever. Well, in that case, I have no idea how it works. Apparently it does something for some people. So, you saw the Be Right Back screen for the entire time? Okay. Whatever. It might be that your browser blocks it, or I don't know. Maybe you would need to reload the page or something like this. We don't want to go there. So forget about it. Well, okay. Then it's even more. Don't know. maybe running ads here does absolutely nothing, and it just influences the way it looks to people that join the stream or something like this. I don't know. Neither for sale should take corners. No. I will not do this. These two are out. Oliver Swan scored, so I guess I can be happy. Seriously? Yeah, he had a good game. Okay, I get that. 7.2, he scored a goal. No. I will, I might show you, but, so the YouTube channel is so far from being monetized for a single cent. I cannot show you in browser because I didn't set up that view. I set up this. Great. But seriously though, the YouTube channel needs an additional 992 subscribers and an additional 3,885 hours of watching my YouTube videos in the last year. So I guess we are about 20 years out from reaching that. It is not likely to be monetized anytime soon. And if it does, I will definitely tell you, and it will be cents at this point. So, yeah. I think it was Sore Loser that put it that way at some point. That he earned throughout his streaming career on Twitch a whopping $128 that, or pounds or something, that he will use to pay the mortgage. So, yeah. There's not 3,000 hours of content. But yeah, that's how it works, I think. And the 3,000 hours of content watched, though, don't count by themselves. We would need additional. You need 1,000 followers and 4,000 hours watched in the last year to be even considered on YouTube. So that will not work by streaming Football Manager, I think. And if it does, it will be, yeah, I would be surprised. David Person has significant potential. To be fair, no, this is not the one to dive into tackles. That's another guy. No. First of all, I'm not sealant. So that idea is already done. And second of all, if I dress up... Where is it? No. There's other stuff I can do to dress up. So this is personal Chris stuff, but in school at least I played in the theater at some point. He will be sold. When? At the start of the transfer window. Fine. And we will sell him for 625 euros. This is not serious money for us at this point. But we wouldn't have played him anyway. Now we will find out that we want to keep him. But, yeah. I do not want to dress up like anyone though. I don't think that's a good idea. I might put on a silly hat or something. But... Also, there's a certain fear. If I shave my head, you will probably notice that all of it is gray once it comes back. You can see it here on the sides. Once I cut this off, probably the entire head will be gray going forward. Well, not the head itself. Hopefully the hair. If the head itself turns gray, you will need to find another streamer. But, yeah. I don't know him. Nobody came to sign Tillander, right? I guess we will deal with an unhappy player. So, if this is true, then this is why I'm so bad at it. Because there's a lot of color left in my hair. So, probably it comes later. Let's get rid of this selection. I feel like our tactical incentives have been all over the place at this point. It's been a while since we talked to the players. So, 6.4. His passing was great. But 6.4 rating is still not good enough. And I want to improve the overall performances. This doesn't work. His passing is great. Goalkeeping isn't. So let's criticize the game. Can we praise his passing? I think this is something that doesn't work with goalkeepers. Yeah. We can criticize his passing, we cannot praise his passing as a goalkeeper. Football Manager thinks. His conduct, though, overall is good. I like that. How's his training? 6.2, this is not great. Alright. Is there anything else? Obviously not praising his training and development and no criticizing his conduct, so we are done with Edward Zetterberg. Next. Rafael Zivinski is out on loan. We might as well look into the loan performances. This is what you came for, right? An hour of personal talks. Hopefully it will not take that long. He played a little bit there. Not that much though. Is he injured or something? No, he was just unused. Overall, I'm not unhappy with his form. Neither am I happy with it. His conduct is okay. Apparently we praised his conduct too much, for whatever reason. Smilovic, decent training performances. That's good. I can live with that. He got his third year. Look at this. At this point it's impressive, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't notice, but this is quite impressive. Seriously. This kind of criticism is completely unfounded. His morale improved. I don't know what's going on. Help! I do not like what you tell me. This was very encouraging. Okay, last game's performance was on a 6.3. He's been automatically fined for the bad conduct. And his heading wasn't that great. Passing was okay-ish though. How's his form? His form's still bad. I will not praise his conduct. Criticizing his last game is difficult, I think. I guess we can criticize the defensive performance. He didn't do a single tackle. And interceptions, 1. Speedy Boy is out on loan. Oliver Swan scored. I will not complain. .4 training rating too. How's his form? 6.54. He can improve, but he scored recently. Okay. What about the conduct? Conduct's perfect. That 1 yellow card doesn't count. We've got a certain problem though. You might have noticed that morale doesn't increase much. This is due to August Tillander being unhappy, I think. And they agree with him. So this drags down morale for the entire squad. 7.6 is decent training rating. I'm good with this. Otherwise, yeah, so the form is bad. It still is. Sure, sure. So does everything else though. It's not about training only. Basically anything that has a, or everything that has an effect on morale, a positive one that is, everything works. In this case, I do not want to go for the conduct. I think criticizing his last game is okay, due to lack of chances created. He will not complain about that. Tyrann will come in later on. Roland was sold. Westberg didn't play. Did he train though? 7.3. That's not great. I will not criticize his form. Boltzond 6.55. That's not great. Form 6.7, 13 out of 14 passes. This is good passing, so let's praise it. We will see. We will see about Puget. This is a threat. Recent form 6.72. I can live with that. Anderson played last game. Managed to get a whopping 6.5 rating. That passing though. 30 out of 32. I will not complain. That's good. For him, that's okay. I would have liked a better performance defensively, but it's something. Ostrom didn't play. By the way, how did he train? Not good. So this is no good training, right? Let's tell him. Same with Ostrom, by the way. For some reason, he managed to not train well. Okay. Twitch just threw me a pop-up. I should run an ad because now pre-roll ads are on. I guess pre-roll ads are if someone joins the stream. This is how you get encouraged to run ads all the time so Twitch can make money. and you get sense. This is how it works. Defensive positioning for him, I guess. It's not the worst of ideas. Bengtsson. Berggren didn't train well. Not at all. Let me get the light. Hopefully that makes it a bit better. So, I don't think Berggren will play anytime soon. Berntsson is out on loan. Pernigo still improving his jumping reach and his pace. This is how far he has come without any match experience. Just imagine he could play. He would probably score at least a few goals. On the other hand, who knows? Hard to assess, right? This is not that bad, training-wise. He had some games, so that makes some sense. He didn't play that much though. Voltigod Blom is not available. Bolton is on a permanent trial right now. Same as with Bernigo. But his training is shit. That said, we cannot tell him about it, so yeah. Bosaka, he's out on loan. Bradford doesn't train well. His conduct is okay though, but I don't want to go there. Coleman doesn't train well at this point. I think he needs playing time. Comte, the French connection, right? 6.4 rating, we will fine him 1 day's wages. And tell him about the lack of creativity. It's always an easy one, apparently, with the wingbacks. And then... His recent form is shit. So he needs better defending. Gorovic, this is horrible training. Dundal's out on loan. Dirk, this is better training but not praiseworthy. 6.8 rating, decent passing. I guess we will praise his tackling though. Ekman, 6.8. He deserves the praise. Hopefully we can praise him for the goal. There we go. Training isn't great. Who cares? Theo Eriksson. Trained well. Technique training I do not want to do. Nila Fossell. 6.8. Had an assist. It's not horrible but not great. Per Fransson. Didn't play. Did he train though? This is good training. I think he played last time out. We put him on the pitch for Smilovic, right? So he played last time out, and that jumping reach and strength. The rest is not great. But it looks like it might show. Not sure. Maybe we can improve the rest of it at some point. Ytterhogdals did improve a little bit. Okay. His form is alright. It's not great, but it works. Helberg. Doesn't matter. 6.6 by Ishak. He's injured right now. Passing 23 out of 26. For striker, that's decent passing. So I think I can praise him for it. And we can tell him that he didn't create that many chances. Lowe didn't play. Morgan did, but there's nothing to tell him. Ngongo did. Decent passing. So there's a pattern here. Even with the players that have really bad passing, their passing actually improved in the last game. So the very short passing range might be good for the passing overall. That's a result, I think. I'm not sure if we overinterpret it, but here we go. You said Puget had a wonderful game last time out, right? You wanna stick to that statement? Or you wanna I don't know, reconsider? No chances created. I think that's the easy one here. Also, he didn't score and he had like 2 or 3 chances that were really good. Now he's annoyed. Great. And I think we started with Zetterberg, so we're through. That's it. Didn't take an hour. That's a plus. We will not send Comte on a Swedish intensive course. We cannot afford it. There's so many people in chat here. Apparently. Nobody's... Oh, for... Pulled groin for the training session. Alright, Dirk will play. He can go to the physio. And apparently Högberg for these two at the same time. So no, we don't have a backup on the left wing back position. Or no nonsense fullback or whatever we play there. Apparently Dirk will need to play. Is there anyone that trained well this week? Ngongo. Finally, I might add. And Goodwin. It's a bit weird, but we might play Goodwin. He's slow though. Really slow. On the other hand, I wanna do this. So let's go with the training ratings. Ngongo, Swan, Goodwin. Here's Ngongo. Swan. And we need Mr. Goodwin. He's not even on the list, is he? There he is. Next. Who's next? Smilovic is suspended. Hillstrom will definitely play. We should probably praise those that... Yeah, we can. Good when we did, as it seems. Hillstrom we didn't talk to. Tillander, Eriksson. Alright. So Tillander and Eriksson play. As well as Fransson. And Westberg. Well, we cannot play them both. Rigby we will not play. There's... We gotta... put a line somewhere. But... Hillstrom, Tillander, Eriksson, Fransson. Hillstrom will be here. Tillander will be here. Eriksson and Fransson. Eriksson we have, and Fransson is probably up front. Alright. Is he a good dribbler? He's a horrible dribbler. Let's not do this. Westberg for the bench, Rigby, Hellberg for the bench, and Dirk. Westberg for the bench. Rigby, no. Dirk. And Hellberg for the bench, apparently. Or Hellberg for the pitch. I'm not sure if this is a serious consideration, though. There's no box-to-box midfielders anymore. So he needs to change his training position. To ball-winning midfielder, maybe. And then we can also follow the instruction of the coach and put him on strength training. Why not? Where's Herberg? Here. Give him some playing time. How's Malte Ekman doing? Okay-ish. So let's give him some playing time too. Sead Korovic will never be a playmaker, I think. Or he might. He runs with ball through center though. More likely to be a shadow striker at this point. Which doesn't say much. And we have a similar problem with Nathan Lowe. He was great going up and then... now we don't know what to do with him. Free kick taking, maybe. Puget was killing it last game, he said. And then he disappeared. And ignore the fact that Puga was killing the vibe last game and was responsible for not scoring another one. Ooh. This is an important game. Well, every game is important, but this one is very important. What about him? We should improve the coaching. Oh, he's really expensive though. But yeah, sure. We should improve the coaching here. If we can help it, that is. No, he's worse. Same as him. These stuff recommendations are so absurd. We have better stuff available. Still we get recommendations for some random people. Yeah, that's the problem. August Tillander is a highly influential player. I don't like the fact that it goes down that way. This is not good. And he wants a deal reflecting his ability. His ability in comparison to the rest of the squad isn't that great. But he turned too influential. And given that we have no replacement for him, we do not stand a chance on playing somebody else right now. Again, against the topic is Trollhead. Are we expecting a tough match? A very tough one? Oh, Pivotal Blom will retire at the end of the season. That's interesting. But he doesn't seem to go for staffing. I would have liked to have him around as a staff member. We will probably not stand a chance in that game against Kalmar if they don't get somebody sent off immediately. Okay. So they do 3 sessions per day now. And that might have a bigger impact than the specific training they have for this or that. So I'd rather have them the 3 sessions per day. Magnus Bergström. He doesn't think it results in anything. Sure. Let him. He's not a strong guy though, so no nonsense fullback is not an option for him. Let's do long throws, even though he's no good at it. Anton Andersson. High amount of extra training, so no ball control training for you anymore. And Tobias Palm. Probably the same? No, he thinks it's not beneficial. Yeah, sure. I think it's not beneficial to have him with the club. He doesn't like the high volume of strength training. He's been training half intensity, by the way, due to his very high injury suspiciability. So Anderson will be out for 3 weeks. Due to a tackle he made today in training. We trained corners. Oh, winning against Gefle would have sent them really close to us. It's a shame that we were not able to get something out of this game. Well, we got a point, but... So, anybody new here? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And feedback is always welcome. I don't believe you. This was bait. Now you have to tell me what you think of Puget's recent performances and if you reconsidered your stance. To quote you, where is it? Puget was killing it last game. You want to comment on that? Okay. So everybody expects us to get defeated. I don't care about this stuff. Jake Rigby. Were you around when I did the form stuff? In fact, there's nobody in his position right now. Who will play there? How's his training? 6-0. No, seriously. He's on a 6.2 rating last game. What can you do? Two to 4 months with a hip injury. A hip injury at the age of 19 is really, really horrible. Yeah, he's just getting started since 3 years at this point. Has it been 3 years? It's been 4. Forget about it. It's been 4. He's just getting started, I'm sure. That said, he scored 2 goals throughout his career for Ytterhogdals. So, hunting that cheer for 1 bit that you promised, I will get him to score this season. He will play. I want him to score. This is a way to force your... This is how easy I am to influence at this point. Given recent circumstances, your explosive birthday cake is the only regular that's been around watching, and I'm selling out for a single cent. This is how cheap I am. So I guess this is how it works. Okay, do we have somebody that can play at least one wingback position? I guess Vorlin it will be. That's a lot of money. Okay. It's not a lot. What's 100 cheers? 100 bits for a cheer is like a euro, right? So don't waste that kind of money on me, seriously. Even though I realize that a euro is not that much. Also, I should probably encourage that kind of betting, but I don't think this is a healthy way to do stuff. What do we do with this? Woldsund. I guess we need Woldsund. I don't want Ishak on the bench. Woldsund can play different positions, so this is good. Dylan Morgan. You're investing... Oh, you're in... Oh. Okay. So, now you got me. You're investing because you get a big emotional dividend from Puget scoring, right? Is this the way you want to put it? Alright. That convinces me. But only under one condition. So I don't know about you and your life, and yeah, I don't wanna, how do I put this? I don't wanna force you to disclose this, so please do not comment on this. But you're investing. Okay, yeah, okay. Still, it's an emotional dividend. That's all right. But where did I want to go? So for that euro, or for that 100 bits or whatever it is, under one circumstance, whatever you cheer on the stream, you gotta invest in a low-cost index fund or something like this in your brokerage account in case you have. Hopefully you have one. In case you don't, there's cheap options available, and don't do any gambling there. So for very short-term stuff, on the other hand, one should also do, in general, one should also do very long-term stuff. Very long-term financial stuff, that is. This is not investment advice, this is just me doing, you know, regular bullshit here. But I think, in general, this is how it works. If you're the person to blow it on short-term stuff, you gotta make rules to do it on long-term stuff, and if you are the person to hoard the money, please don't. For €1, who cares? But we can talk about this, by the way. So I like to smack talk this kind of stuff, but just be aware, I'm not picking stocks, and I'm not doing investment advice here on stream, if I can help it. Also not off stream. So I'm not an advisor. And this is important because Twitch is American. In Germany, nobody cares. In Germany, you can do whatever the fuck you want above and will not notice. And if they will, you're probably Wirecard. And they are 10 years late. Oh, but the rules in Germany are weird. There are some rules, but there's a big advisorship. Not advisorship. There's a lot of financial guys that are borderline capable to sell stuff, but they are salespeople, and that's it. Also, I just noticed that basically half the squad is injured and the other half is banned. So I guess Nathan Lowe will make an appearance. This isn't great. Right footed player Forsell is not available. I guess Morgan. It's not like we have much of a choice. But the general gist to have a portfolio with a low-cost index fund, I think, is right for the most people, in case they can afford it and in case they have a long-term perspective. And most of us go for retirement if we're not terminally ill or something, which I don't wish on anyone. So most of us need a retirement portfolio to a degree at least. And then, and this is my problem, you need to buy a new graphics card or new hardware on the other half of your life, because you might not survive to enjoy the money in retirement. So, might as well consume something. I think economists' theory for this is, if I'm not totally mistaken, is money should be used to smoothen a lifetime consumption. I think that's the way they usually state it in scientific papers. Which is quite different from financial influencers' perspective, which go for something like financial independence and blah blah. There's a lot of videos and stuff on it. Also, I think there was an analysis that got reworked time and time again recently. One of the people that did it was Patrick Boyle. So, in case you're interested in that kind of stuff and like dry British humor, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Patrick Boyle is British. Sorry, Patrick. But he's got a decent YouTube channel. He's good. Also, he's got much more experience than I do in financial markets, so yeah, there's that. But Patrick Boyle is good. For some reason, most of the people that are good in financial stuff, from an academic point of view, so you can have some confidence in what they tell you, and not some sales bullshit. For some reason, Benjamin Felix as well as Patrick Boyle both are bald. And I think both by choice. Yeah. But these two are good. Also, everybody else around them, obviously. There's a team to all of these, but it's hard to get good advice in this kind of topic. So to have that kind of stuff on YouTube for free is really good. And then you just gotta ignore the 95% of bad advice. Especially people with YouTube channels that open up some sort of stock funds. I'm not gonna mention any names, but you will probably find out if you research it. Well done, Franson. That's a finish. It's a finish and it was well played. I'm confused. What is happening? Dirk. Ekman. Franson. Franson! Warren Buffett's speeches are interesting, but don't forget about the viewers. Don't forget who he talks to. Warren Buffett usually doesn't advise people that have low amounts of money. Well done by Ericsson, but it was offside. No, Warren Buffett usually talks to his stakeholders, and his stakeholders they swim in money. Don't forget that. So the advice they get is vastly different from what he would recommend for the general person. And the general person usually needs to use a low-cost index fund, and that's it. I think John Cochrane put it that way, if I'm not mistaken. It's in! There you go! That's yours! Puget with the header. This is what I get for talking about money. And investing. Apparently, your investment paid off. Maybe he will score a second. Seriously though, I did not expect that to happen, especially not in this game at this point in time. Alright. Puget with the goal. This is... I'm not sure if I'm more excited about the fact that Puget scored, or if I'm more excited about the fact that we might actually win a game. Oh. My girlfriend will be so angry with me for being so loud right now. Or maybe not angry. Disappointed, annoyed, something like this. I just can't help it though. Puget scored. We might win a game. For some reason. Puget, Swan, Ngongo, Swan, Ngongo. Please don't lose the ball. He loses the ball. Marklund, Olafsson. Long ball. Witzekok, Ekman, Swan, Telander. August. Hellberg. Long ball. Puget decides to run the other way. This is a typical Puget to me. I don't know how he managed to score. It's entirely absurd. Telander. Ngongo. It was a header and the defender was asleep apparently. We get a corner. Wait. It pains me to say this, but we are in control of this game. I'm not sure what's happening. Telander. Swan. That's offside. Dirk, Hellberg, Ekman. Long ball by Ekman towards Puget. He will manage to get that one. Puget cuts back. Swan. Oh. Yeah. Dirk, Telander, Dirk, Puget. Could have scored a second. Maybe it has, yes. Maybe it has. Well, at least now I know. That gives me an emotional dividend, by the way. Now I know that you will be investing $1 or whatever it is, €1. I don't know about the conversion rate of bits. I don't care about cryptocurrencies and PayPal points and that stuff. So, but now I know that you will invest $1 in Lockheed Martin. I guess this is better than leaving it on your cash account. At this point, even though I wouldn't, I don't think single stock picking is a good idea. But yeah, sure. I have no idea how Lockheed Martin have been doing recently. But I suspect, given the general demeanor of the world, probably good, which means they are expensive right now and this is a bad investment. Just a random guess. Hashtag not financial advice. Ekman. Tillander. August Tillander. Ekman. Tillander. What the actual hell? How can he not score a second? Puget on a yellow now. 3 people on a yellow. Alright. We need to do individual instructions here. So, tactics first. We are well in control of this game. This is entirely absurd. This is against the number 6 in the league, and we are rock bottom. We are not. We are 15th. But we might end up rock bottom. I do not know what happened. Yeah, well, in case of Hellberg, we've got a real problem. I guess Björklund comes on. Because at least... he doesn't like that, does he? No, taking fewer risks doesn't work with his... with his killer balls. Man, the words, they escape me. In Dirk's case, I think easing off tackling is good. And Puget will have a Lockheed Martin shirt, right? This is where I look for. I will look up Lockheed Martin stock right now. Not endorsing that kind of industry or whatever. Oh, they had a decent drop of 3.7% today. Not that it matters much. And also, well, overall though, there has been a slight increase since 2013, and especially since the start of 2021. Price to book is approximately 1.9, and price to earnings is approximately 22. This is probably a bit old, but Morningstar data. So I guess there's worse investments, but I wouldn't call it a good investment by any stretch of the imagination. That is, if you are a fundamental investor. If you think about momentum, momentum is decent. Well, the momentum in the areas that usually count. So 3-month momentum, 6-month momentum, 9-month momentum, and 12-month momentum. But yeah, that's enough stock picking for today. And as I said, not a good idea. Alright, dressing room. I'm pleased. We are pleased, right? Keep it up, guys. Go on like this. Maybe don't get an additional yellow. And that's it. %65% possession. And we will sometimes waste time going forward. Why not? Ngongo. A good tackle by Ngongo with his whopping 4 points of tackling. These rocket boots. This is where, well, if Twitch reads the logs, the chat logs, to determine what kind of advertisements they should play. Advertisements for this channel might look a tiny tad differently than other football manager streamers. Get under, just over. At this point, we entirely deserve to be up front 1 goal. Dahlquist. Is it offside? It is offside. I'm really happy about this. Hopefully we can get a win. This would make my day. Björklund. Ekman. Good win. Björklund. Ekman. Björklund. Puget. Puget. Dirk. Nah. He missed the opportunity to play towards Puget. Björklund. Well done. Dirk. Ekman doesn't win the ball. Björklund does though. Björklund. Nice idea. Hag Johansson. Dahlquist. Well done by Hellström. Puget. And that was well defended. So, 60 minutes into the game, do we want to make substitutions? Björklund is apprehensive, well... I think Hellström can come off. For some absurd reason, Goodwin does well. On the other hand, Hellström is vice-captain, I think. And Voltsund is in a really good mood. I don't want to take off Puget. Tillander plays not good. Voltsund will come on for Tillander. That's probably not a wise choice, but we will do it anyway. And maybe Voltsund can get back into shape and find his form. Björklund, long ball, Nilsson, Andersson. Another long ball. Oh, but Ngongo's available. And for some reason this time he was awake. Björklund, Dirk. Hellström. Not a good idea to go with the long balls. Let's praise him. Hellström. Swan. Oliver. Swan. Voltsund. Fresh on the pitch. Swan. That's a penalty. Penalty. Come on, who is it? It's Voltsund. New on the pitch. I cannot watch. I can... No! How? Dirk. Came on, missed the penalty. That's the way to do it. Easy one for Eriksson. Second shot of the game. If this counts as a shot at all. I think Puget has penalty taking, I don't know, 2. His penalty taking is 5. His finishing is 5. His technique is 9. In comparison, Voltsund's penalty taking is 12, by the way. His finishing is decent. Same as his composure and his technique. So... no, I don't think I will. It's a wonder he's playing at all. You baited me into this. Woldsund. And for some reason he pays off right now. Yep. It's easy to say this now. Puget. Well done. Ah. Will Malte Ekman get off a shot? Yes, he will. A typical Ekman, though. Hellström, well done. Woldsund, Ekman, Woldsund. Doesn't find Ngongo. Good win. He does. Ngongo. Ah, offside. Andersson. Ransjö. Well done by Fransson. Really well done. Puget, Hellström. Yeah, this ends up with Dirk. If we can help it, that is. Dirk. Nice possession pass towards Puget. Fransson. Not a penalty. Alright. You get it. You wanted Puget to take this one? Puget will take it. And if he scores... I don't know. I don't know what to demand. But if he scores a second... Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? Second goal of the game by Antoine Puget. Yep. You can be proud of the boy at this point. Slotted away into the middle. Straight up, no nonsense, the keeper will jump penalty. I can't believe it. Antoine Puget with 2 goals in 1 game. That makes him top goal scorer this season, by the way. Oh, this is great. Puget. Björklund. Ekman. Not a long ball. Dahlqvist. Herr Johansson. I don't know what happened. Probably he's sponsored by Lockheed Martin at this point. Still, we should think about replacements, right? So I don't want to put him off. On the other hand, he's really exhausted. What's your perspective on this? Risk injury? Or get him off, despite his performance? He's... Alright, leave him. In that case... Well, nobody else needs to be replaced, strictly speaking. Hellström's on a yellow though. So let's put Hagedal on the pitch. And Vorlin can make an appearance for Dirk. It's not like I'm unhappy with their performance at this point, but we should rotate a little bit, get some sharpness into the other players. Look at that, we're absolutely dominating this game for some reason, and I have no idea why. Berg. Dion. That's the second shot of the game. Yeah, I will watch him. Hopefully I will not watch him get injured now. Let's get Nathan Lowe on for Oliver Swan. It's not like Oliver Swan was horrible, but... I want him to, you know, just play a few minutes to get sharpness. Or at least do not lose more sharpness throughout the week. Swan. 3 points for us. Seriously. I nearly forgot the feeling at this point. Puget. Another penalty. Puget will take another penalty. Fucking hell. Somebody that works at SI must be watching this stream. So, this probably implies that we named the episode after him. This is fantastic. 3 goals by Antoine Puget. This makes him the sole important goal scorer for our squad at this point. A hat-trick. Also 300% more than anyone else in this squad in this season. And he never made it as a decent player throughout 3.5 years. And now, as you said, he pops off. On a yellow card on top. Oh, this is not offside, is it? 30 seconds until the end of the game, and they claw one back. Did we really have to? That was really bad defending. Yeah, Ngongo was caught way out of position. Look at it. He's here. There's 2 players out there. I don't know what he covers. It's not his space. Definitely not. So... still, we will win this. Björklund. What's the problem with him? He's apprehensive for some reason. Yeah, well. We could go with defensive wingers at this point. Not that it matters, game's over. Or it should be. Low. Ekman. Is this it? Björklund. Ekman. Holzund. Ekman. Björklund. Low. Ball in. Puget still up for another run? Nope. That's it. 3 goals by Antoine Puget. This decides the game. This is, as it says, a fantastic performance. So I think this is entirely deserved. And it pains me to say this, but this is the first decent match throughout the entire season. Wow. Thank you very much. I will buy Lockheed Martin with this now, if I ever get it out. Seriously though, thank you. This is great. Also, this will put you at as a top cheerer for this stream. And, well, maybe I will change it in your honor, because this is the top cheerer for the session. That should come up at some point here. There we are. Great. You can already see I'm a professional with this. So I gotta redo that. Yeah, I will redo that. But this is top cheering for the session. So I will do it top cheering all time or something like this. To keep your name in here, at least. And also, yeah. Or I will do a, I don't know, these things I didn't design these myself. So this comes as a package where with the set. Maybe I'll do something manually somewhere, but then it will look like shit. And I don't know. Put it somewhere. All-time top cheerer explosive birthday cake. Or something like this. That would be wonderful. So... yeah, but thank you very much. This is much appreciated. This will... what did I say? 20 cents per hour? In fact, this does cover the electricity bill for today. So... yeah, for me that's much. Do we need to praise somebody? No, slightly. Think he will agree to it? Okay. Okay, he's fine. And Tillander came off. Same as Helberg. He didn't do well. Any other thoughts? Do you want to... I think you deserve it at this point. Do you want your name on Antoine Pouget? Or on any other player, that is. I'm in cheerful mood right... oh, Trollhättan won. No. Oh, you're shown as a bits leader in chat now. Great. I guess that's something. Now, if only there were anyone available to compare it to. But, okay. Who do you want it on? He's in perfect morale, is he? He's not in perfect morale. What's going on? Alright, let's praise his form immediately. It's about August Tillander. Alright. So, minor suggestion, probably don't put it on August Tillander, please. Because he might go. And I can't not sell a player due to, you know, naming. Sure, which one? I might redo that too. But which one do you want to be? And you know me by now, so, I don't know. Do you want to look through them? We can do that. I guess assistant manager, assistant coach, it's called here for some reason. Someone that is training with Pouget. Okay. So Pouget does these kinds. So this is my avatar. I cannot rename my avatar in your favor. I think this wouldn't work. We've got Molten Moltskret. He does. For some reason, he does attacking coaching. Not sure why we employ him though. He's the attacking coach. Anyway, his determination and level of discipline is rather good. He's got a balanced personality. I'm not sure if this is yours. There's Gernestang. Gernestang is more of a decent attacking coach, I think, with his attacking coaching of 9. Good level of discipline and motivating. Apparently you motivated Pouget, so that might be fitting. And also, we've got Mogens Krog here, who's a bit all over the place, but does technical training. There's also Marius Nilsbakken, who does the physical side. He's the assistant manager. I guess that would be fitting. The motivation guy is you. Okay, who's the motivation guy? He's got motivating 10. And Gernestang has motivating 12. This one? Alright. Set nickname. Still want to go with explosive birthday cake? Or is it something else? Alright. That's it. There you are. Well represented in the game. You deserve that. If not for the cheering, then definitely for the contribution to the stream overall. I'm really glad to have you around. So, Explosive Birthday Cake does attacking coaching on a tactical level now. And given that we just well, you are vastly underpaid though. I guess this is part of the reality. Sorry, sir. But you are 20 euros a week. On a full-time contract, that is. Don't know. Hopefully your wife or your spouse don't want to be, don't want to be not politically open-minded. But hopefully your spouse earns some money, because otherwise you will probably need to live off that one share of Lockheed Martin that you bought for €1 at some point. But I'll try to send you on a coaching course to get your level up. And maybe we can extend your contract too. It's until the end of next year though. Yeah. Can I get a raise? Depends. Do you want to ruin the club financially, or do you... Let me put it that way. Oh. Apparently... Oh, this is a 52-year-old. The problem is not the age. The problem is that he wants to retire. Congratulations. I guess this is the way this stream works, right? You pick the guy that wants to retire. Yeah, he's retiring at the end of the year. Sorry. You want to pick somebody else? Or do you want to keep it that way? I will gladly change it. If you want to have your call back and pick somebody else. Oh, this is fantastic. So much enjoyment. No, seriously, do you want to reconsider? I will always treasure you. Okay, what do we need to respond to? We need to respond to this. I'm very, very happy. Cheers. No. All of these penalties were absolutely clear. How good was Antoine Pouget today? He was outstanding. Seriously. We had a 65% possession. We did outshoot the opponent. We did outscore them. We did defend well, with the exception of that last goal. This is entirely fantastic. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. This random freak accident. Well, that random freak accident is French and Norwegian, but still. On a 9.1, I don't think so. He might, but on a 9.1 rating, usually there's a player that's better. Two players that reached their yellow card limits today and were fined immediately. Oh, there's there's a lot of fines going on this season. This is fantastic. Okay. Oh. So, next game is against GAIS. We should probably talk the continuation of this episode. I'm not sure if I want to do this game today. What time is it? Yeah, it's close to 10. Yeah. Well, but we can only find them the wages we spend on them. So I think this plan has little loopholes, or no, little holes in them, not loopholes. So there might be some minor problems with that, considering that we need to spend on their wages first, and then we can find them to get the money back, or to retain the money, that is. So we would need to assign really bad players for really a lot of money to get a lot of money, and then it would at max be a net zero. Yes, I'm fun at parties. Still, it's close to 10, and I think my girlfriend would enjoy seeing me today, prior to going to bed. So I guess this would be a good idea at this point. Not going to bed, but to wrap up the stream. Um, you know what I say. One should finish once it's the most fun. And to me, this has certainly reached its peak for today. I had a lot of fun. Thank you very much. So I guess we will do the match against GAIS tomorrow, which are 13th in the league, and this is an absolute must-win. And if I can help it, Puga will play. Yes, I think so too. No promises for tomorrow, because I don't know yet. But tomorrow I'm in home office, so there's a good chance, given that I do not have to travel to work and back, that I can do another stream same time as today, or approximately the same time. I might do it a bit earlier. It really depends on how the day goes on, so I cannot say for sure. Yeah, you know how it works. If you follow, I think you get a notification, and if a certain time fits well with you, let me know, because yeah, why not do it once you have the ability to join. So I don't think doing merch is a thing. There's, how do I put this? Streaming in general is not a lot of work, but doing all the stuff around it that you want to do once you start streaming, that certainly accumulates. It's not like you do it for 8 to 10 hours a day, but after this is done, I will do the thumbnail, I will do the text, I will upload this to YouTube, and then I will schedule the release on YouTube, which needs to be delayed because I cannot show it for 24 hours. This is in the terms and conditions. And then, yeah, I will need to do some stuff in OBS, because if you look at it right now, this is not the way it should look. So that comes on top. Hopefully I get to that. And then there's the stuff with the hardware, and all of a sudden this is a business case now. So yeah, I guess I have to get a screwdriver get this shit sorted if I can help it, or get a replacement. So it's those little things, and they accumulate. So it's not only about 4 hours of streaming, there's small stuff. I'm a software developer by trade, so I'm not the one to go with the screwdriver. That's more about I guess I've been building PCs since I'm 13. So yeah, I guess this comes with being a gamer for everyone, or for most of them anyway. In any case, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for the cheers. Thanks for the absurd performance. I don't. I always thought to myself, why the hell would I do that in virtual reality? But I never tested that game. So if you ever want me to test that game, I should probably get it at some point. Maybe if it's for free. But yeah, I could. So hopefully I might not get any enjoyment out of it though. I don't know. Fine. Maybe. I can do other games on stream, sure. Why not do this? That's it. For today, I'm gonna wrap it up. And we will continue this conversation most likely tomorrow. I think tomorrow is probable. If not, I will continue it at some point. And in case you don't like the Twitch notifications, however that works, there's a Discord server, so that should work too. All right. Sleep well, and thank you very much for the good company. I'll try what's left of it. And you don't forget to give a hug to your family, and so on. Have a good night. Bye.